Hi everyone and welcome. My name is Lisa. I'm from New Brunswick, Canada, and I'm co-owner of Knitwits. In this next video I want to demonstrate the knit and purl stitches used together in ribbing and in stockinette. Now I'm going to show you how to do some ribbing with the knit and purl stitches from the previous videos. I have 20 stitches casted on, and I'm going to do what they call 2x2 rib, which is knit 2 stitches and purl 2 stitches. So I'm going to show you how to switch between the two. To begin, we start with knitting the first stitch. So in through the front to the back, wrap around the needle, pull it through, and slide it off. Front to back, wrap around, pull the stitch through, and slide it off. So there's the first 2 stitches knitted. Now we need to switch to purl. So we take the working yarn and bring it up through the 2 needles so it's in between them, and you're ready to purl. So back to front, wrap around the needle, pull the stitch through, and slide it off. Back to front, wrap around, pull it through, and slide it off. And there's 2 purl stitches done. So now we need to switch back to knit. So we take the yarn, put it through the 2 needles again so it's in the back, and we knit 2. And then bring the yarn to the front again in between the 2 needles and purl 2. In between the 2 needles to the back and knit 2. In between the 2 needles to the front and purl 2. In between the 2 needles again and knit 2. In between the 2 needles, purl 2. And again to the back and knit. And one more time to the front and purl. And that's the first row. So you turn your work around, have the stitches in your left hand again like this, and you can see you have stitches that look different. You have 2 that look knit right here. See if I can get this close enough without going out of focus. You get 2 knit stitches and 2 purl stitches. So when you start the next row, whatever the last 2 stitches that you did on this side, you're going to do the opposite when you flip it around. So the last 2 were purl, so we start with knit. Make sure you grab the tail, or not the tail, but the working yarn, and you knit your first 2 stitches. And switch back to the front to purl. In between the 2 needles, and just continue this same 2 stitches across the work. and flip. I'll do a couple of more rows and I'll show you what it looks like when you get about 4 or 5 rows done. And the last 4 stitches, knit 2 and purl 2. And here you can see the ribbing, how it is nice and stretchy. That'll give your socks or your cuffs of your sweaters, mittens, that's what gives it its stretch. And that's how you do ribbing. Some patterns will call for 1 by 1 rib, which is just knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1. And there's different combinations. This is 2 by 2 rib. Moving on to stockinette, it is simply just knit a row and purl a row. So you knit your first row. We're just going to start off with knit. Stockinette is the flat looking knitting that you see in sweaters and socks and all kinds of different items. So you just knit across the whole row. I only have 20 stitches here, so it won't take too long. That's 1 row knit. Flip it over. And this row you're going to purl. So from the back to the front again and purl across. Grab the right tail here. You can watch my previous knitting videos of the knit stitch and the purl stitch if you haven't already done so. That will help you understand this part a little better. I'll link them in the description below. And purl all the way across. Oops. There we go. And flip it over again and knit your next row, and it's just going to be repeating these 2 rows for as long as you need. So I'm just going to do a few more rows here. I'll fast forward it so you don't have to watch through, but I'm just going to knit a few more rows of stockinette to show you what it looks like. Get these last 2 knits or purls done and flip it over, and I'll show you what it looks like. And there's a stockinette section, all nice and flat. You can see the difference between the ribbing down here where you have your stretchy ribbing down there, and your stockinette is nice and flat. And that is just knit a row and purl a row. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button below, and if you'd like to see more videos, please subscribe. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.